Let's go, deer gonna be moving.
Got 2 hours.
Oh. We good?
Same one, my bad. They're standing down here. I don't know why. I keep walking over here. Looking at us or what? Dude, on the dot time, every time. There's no more. Yup, that's a shooter. That's that big one, dude. He's straight out there. You can't see the body. It's a shooter, dude. just staring, dude. Oh, is he coming? Oh, he's coming, dude. Is he coming? No way. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's working a scrape. Right in front of the store. He's working a scrape. I got bad news. My sight light doesn't work. But by God, I'm gonna freaking... No, they don't work at all. Shoot. He got a current call, dude. Oh, Colton, he's walking towards us. Yeah, oh, please, God. I mean, he was walking towards us, now he's kind of walking at an angle. That's that 8-pointer, dude. He's walking. He's walking straight downwind. He's gonna smell us. No, he isn't. Hey, okay, now he is. He's coming right for us, dude. Get right up here. Oh, I can see my pin. You come 20 yards, old bud. Oh, no. He's coming fast. Stop laughing. I can't see him. I can hear him walking. Lost him. He was this way. Did he run off? Oh no, please tell me he didn't run off. Oh no. Oh no. No. Are you kidding me? He was right here. I can't see him because of this. I don't want to talk about it anymore. We just screwed ourselves. He was coming. He was coming. Why? Because we're too scared. Screw that. It was the 8-pointer. It was the 8-pointer because I seen his side. Dude. It was the split 3 buck. Whatever, which one's that is. It's the big body. But Let's just get out of here. We're done. We might as well just leave this spot. Give it some time. He didn't know what we were, though. At least we saw him. I'm done with this at least BS. He was coming, dude. He didn't even get down. Ears laid back, walking right to I know. I'm done with this. That's my dude. You should have just let it be. No, that ain't my bad. He's just saying go back to Marcus. You're going hunting. I'm saying it. Wyatt, I'm just as upset as you are about it. We're done talking about it. We were dude, this is the
Well, let's hopefully this ain't just how this day's gonna go.
I hope not.
Well, time to give him about 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't know about that because he didn't really see us.
No. We had a pretty eventful evening, to say the least. Third day of the season. One of the bucks we got pictures of with the split 3, he showed up. He's the biggest, the most mature deer on this place.
We'll say he's the biggest.
Well, biggest bodied, oldest. But he come out cutting it pretty close.
Last light.
Yeah, pretty well last light. And I snort wheezed at him. And he walked down, he worked the scrape. You saw him working the scrape. And I snort wheezed at him again, and here he come. He turned and came was walking right towards us. Well, I lost him. Well, in that stand, I left some limbs hanging down right there because give us some backdrop because we're on the edge of the field. And he stopped right behind those freaking limbs, and I heard him stomp. And then he started blowing. So I don't know what happened. Our wind was perfect. It was blowing behind. It was blowing behind us, but the wind was blowing from the northwest, and he was to the southwest of us. So there's nearly
it swirled a little bit.
Yeah, it could have swirled. I guess that's a possibility. But man, I'm happy, but I'm disappointed at the same time. I'm sure Wyatt's worse than I am.
It's been forever since we saw a big one third day.
Yeah, early season like this. The last turkey foot, we saw him October 4th last year. But I tell you what, that's bow hunting. You just got to deal with it. But hopefully that's many more encounters we'll have for you guys the rest of the season. But oh man, well, I guess we'll just
go home, get the food, and make another game plan.
Yep. We may utilize the panel this time. Give him something that he won't expect.
Poop his britches. Yeah. He ain't ready for it to sit right there. If we'd have sat,
ambush him.
If we'd have sat right across from us, he'd have died.
I know.
He walked freaking 2 yards right there by the end.
I know it. But I'm hungry. Let's go and get some food and show Dad. Well, guys, as you can see in the video, we called in our #1 hitless buck, the split 3 buck, and I just kind of want to talk about the situation and what happened, just so you guys can get a better idea of why we didn't actually kill this deer. The biggest thing we had against us is I was losing light pretty fast, and you know, it was our 3rd day hunting, and the trail cameras had been firing off left and right. Every time we got a little bit of a cool snap, this deer would be out on this in this bean field. So we knew we had to capitalize early. And the neighbor does not stay out of there at all. He runs his deer all over, and we usually have like a 5-day window to get in there and make something happen before he goes in there and screws it up. So it was getting late. It was about 7:30 and maybe a little after, and I looked out, or Wyatt looked up and said, "Shoot her." I'm like, alright. And he kept calling it the big 8-point because there's a big 8-pointer there, but it's a split 3 buck. But he comes out into the field, and I couldn't see him at first, and I finally got on him, and I recognized him immediately. Big body. He's not a real tall deer. The thing he's got going for him is he's got a few points, and he's pretty massive. But so I initiated to go ahead and snort wheeze, And early season, if you can find the dominant deer and you snort wheeze at him, he will come in on a string. Well, this deer, he's old, and you could tell he's been down the road before. Because when I snort wheezed at him, he started walking down the tree line, then he went down to a scrape and started working it. And one thing you want to do, and before we get in too far into it, is when you snort wheeze and they stop and they look and they look and they look, don't be afraid to do it again. I did it again immediately, and that's when he finally made the initiative move to go ahead and check us out. So he walked down, he started making a scrape, and usually that's a sign of aggression. This time of year when you see him rubbing or especially making a scrape and you snort wheeze at him, he's feeling it a little bit. And when that cold temperature come in last night, I knew it would be a good opportunity to go ahead and try to call this deer in, because when it gets cool, they feel it. So I went ahead and I snort wheezed again, and he's making that scrape, and here he come walking in. And as you can see in the video, there's a limb there on the left hand side of the tree that I left, because they were, when we drove by and glassed, they were walking straight across from where he was to the point of the ditch we were at, and then going to the cornfield that was to the east of us. And well, he decided he's going to walk all the way around. And at first I was checking the wind the whole time, and the wind was out of the northwest, so there's no way our wind was even remotely blowing towards him. It was actually blowing towards the ditch we come out of. That's why we chose to hang the stand pretty far off where they were, because we could slip in and out of there pretty easy without bumping these deer. Well, he decided he's going to come in, and he was about 40 yards behind this limb, and I was going to cut it, and then Wyatt and I kind of discussed, and we're like, yeah, we probably better not. Probably better leave that as a backdrop, because we were pretty close to the edge of the beans. Well, the deer, he stops behind that limb, of course, and he stood there forever, and it was so calm, and we weren't moving, and I was checking the wind, because I knew whenever I'd snort wheeze, that's what he was going to do, is he was going to try to cut us downwind. When I seen him start walking and he didn't come straight to us, I'm like, yep, he's going to try to get downwind of us and try to identify what we are with his smell. So he stopped out there in the middle of the field forever, and I heard him stomp a few times, and I was like, oh no, this ain't good. And then he initially ran and blew. The only determination I can come up with is our wind swirled and he hit our wind, because as soon as all that got done, I went ahead and checked the wind again just to make sure that's not what happened, and it was still a hard northwest wind. So you know, it's one of those things you can't control. You can try to be as scent proof as you want. You can use scent crusher, you can use ozonics, whatever you want to use, spray down, and you're just never going to be 100%. It's never going to happen. We normally run an enforcer ozone unit, and we've had good luck with those. But when it comes to mature deer, we've noticed that they do tend to kind of pick something out. Even the big does, they tend to hit something there. So it's never 100% scent control, is it? But I tell you what, for it being the third day of the season and we've already encountered our #1 hitless buck, honestly, I couldn't be any happier. There's a lot of guys that go a whole season and not see their hitless buck. I mean, take Turkey Foot for instance. Last year we hunted hard for like 4 weeks before we seen him, and we had all kinds of daylight pictures beforehand of him. It's just one of those things, you got to be there when he's there. And one of the things that I decided we were going to do this year was definitely hit that spot over there, because there's several shooter bucks, and hunt it religiously, because they were there random times. I mean, it'd be hot and they'd be out there. It'd be cool and they'd be out there. Now when we had that massive cold front and we were on vacation, they were all over that field at like 6 o'clock, way in daylight. But I mean, guys, when it comes to deer hunting, you're not only fighting the deer, and you're not only trying to control everything you can do. There's just something, I mean, there's just some things that Mother Nature throws at you that you just can't compete with, especially wind swirling like that. But anyways, guys, I just thought I'd take the extra time and explain what happened. And guys, don't be afraid to snort wheeze at a deer, especially if you know he's the mature deer or the dominant deer on your property. It never hurt. Now, if it's a deer and he's coming to you, don't even worry about it. But like in our situation, he was out there in the field and we were losing light. It looks a lot darker on camera than what it was. We could still see pretty well, but you know, it is what it is. It's deer hunting. I'm just glad we seen him, and hopefully we can get back out there and maybe get a crack at him again. So, but anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, go and hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and we would greatly appreciate it. And good luck this fall, guys. Get out there and shoot one.